Hey guys and girls, my name's Dan and welcome back to The Forge in this, the Christmas special of Trust Me, I'm a Blacksmith. I am going to be opening up the Massey to full tilt. Okay guys, I'm still really poorly and there should have been some more videos out before this one, but I thought I'd give you a little Christmas special. Basically, I'm going to let you see the full power of the Massey. I don't have anyone here to do any photography, so you might not see it in all its glory because it does bounce the camera around quite a bit, hence why I've never really done much full tilt with the Massey on camera, but you will see some of that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of this mild steel. I think it's mild steel. It's got some funny grain in it though. It might be raw, but we'll see anyway. But we're going to take this piece of steel and we're going to stick it under the power hammer. We're going to squish it down into a power hammer pizza. We're then going to punch a hole in the power hammer pizza. This is a 45mm punch, so like 1.5" punch. We're going to pop that through, clean through hole, and we're going to make a power hammer donut basically, and then I'm going to turn that into a power hammer reef. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll get to that bridge when we cross it, and that'll be that. And then we're going to feed the power hammer at the end, because I know you guys are sick and you really like it when I make my workshop come in rubbish, basically. So we're going to do that right at the end. Why am I doing this video? Well, some of you guys asked why I don't open her up, why I don't get full power out, or that she's underpowered. Now, she's not underpowered, she's old, she's very old. She's not underpowered, and she can go full tilt when she needs to, and I'm going to do that today for this little project. But the reason I bought this power hammer wasn't for the fact that I can take a big old chunk of like 75mm round, 3-inch round by whatever, stick it under there and go full tilt. The reason I bought this power hammer is because I can work with 10mm round bar or 3/8 round bar all the way up to 100mm round bar, so 4-inch bar basically, and she won't bat an eyelid at it. And that's the reason I bought this hammer, because the potential it gives me the potential to do little tiny jobs to massive jobs. Well, compared to industry, they're not massive, but as blacksmithing goes, you know, the general day-to-day workshop stuff, it's pretty big stuff. We've got some 50-inch mild steel around the corner for a project. I hope that's going to happen soon. It's literally huge blocks of 50-inch. 50mm steel, which is 2-inch cubes of steel. That's going to be good fun. But basically, that's what's going to happen. Anyway, so I'm going to get on with this. I'm going to turn this into a pizza first. You'll see some interesting stuff happen. I'm going to hang a chain off of the hammer that helps me round up the pizza once it's all forged. And what you'll see is you'll see both side aspects of the Massey there. You'll see the very tappy gentle touch, and also the flexibility of the power, and also you'll get to see something that mechanical hammers aren't very good at. She'll be able to work this height, or she'll be able to work right down here, and that's what's great about pneumatic hammers. So I'm going to get on with that, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it's taken about 10 minutes, but I've got her up to temperature, and let's get it under the power hammer. one, power hammer, pizza. Now, I really hate to say this, but that seemed so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't do this very often. I do enjoy doing it, it's quite good fun, but that looked like the Massey wasn't really trying. So when I look back at the camera footage, I'll see, maybe I'll have to do another demonstration another time with some hard material. This stuff is quite soft. Now we've got our pizza, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to use this round punch, and we're going to find the centre underneath the power hammer, and then crunch and go through just like that, and put a 45mm hole in it. I'm going to get this hot and see you in a minute. Okay, so there's your slugs, and there's your punched hole. It's slightly bigger than 45. What happened was this slug went through fine, the original slug, and then as I punched it back the other way through, it was off centre. It caused me a bit of bother, and I thought, well, instead of punching it off centre, I'll just re-punch the hole. And then I got some draw through, and it just went a bit wrong. I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this for nearly a year. It didn't come out that bad, it's a bit raggedy, but I've just checked it in the lathe and it's hanging pretty straight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck this up, I'm going to face one side off, I'm not going to face both sides off, and then I'm going to machine the outside round, and then I think I might just take this little nibbler off here, and then show you what it looks like when it's all done. And the reason I'm doing that is because this sort of component here that has just been forged, albeit an absolute piece of shoddy rubbish, it was going so well until that second slug went through, second punch went through. This would be a component for a gear or some sort of small ring for a bearing housing or something like that, and this is the sort of forging that's done in industry, free forged like this in industry. A guy called Lund is a particular good example of someone who does this. He does this a lot better than me. I'll put a link down to his YouTube channel just below, because he is an absolute daddy when it comes to blacksmithing and forging with power hammers, better than me by a long shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this up. I'm just going to get this looking all nice and tidy. I'll show you a bit of footage of doing that, and then I think we will be finished with the Christmas wreath, and then we'll get on to the extra exciting bit just at the end of this video. Okay, so I've taken off about 5mm, so 10mm overall, and these are the only bits left now, and this outside will be nice and round. I'm just going to finish that off, and then I'll skim the front. there it is in all its glory, all nice and round. There's one tiny little mark just there, but I'm going to face this side off now and then I'm going to leave it. So here she is. That's the non-machined face. I've caught it with the chuck a little bit there, but it's okay. It's just me messing around, and here's the machined faces, all nice and tidy. So you can see this is one example of sort of the uses of forging in industry. This would become like a gear or a bearing race or something similar to that. It could be used for a piston head, or yeah, basically it's a great way to remove quite a substantial amount of material but without losing so much material. You imagine trying to drill or machine this sort of size hole, and then it's very quick to machine into size and shape, and also it's very nice to machine because the material where it's been forged has become nice and dense, which is really good for machining with. I just thought I'd like to share that with you. It's something interesting. It lets you see the capability of the power hammer, both the little tippy-tappy motions that she can do and also the big licks where she upset this bar right down. For those of you who don't know what this is Christmas pudding. It's an English dessert that we have at Christmas time. I don't know if anyone else in the world has them. Let me know in the comments down below. It is Christmas and I am going to give this particular Christmas pudding to the Massey. Some of you guys will be giddy right now, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to pop this under the Massey. I'm going to absolutely annihilate it. Normally when this happens it goes everywhere. We will see what happens. Traditionally in this country, it's covered with, you have it with like custard or cream, and then it's got brandy poured over it and it's been set on fire. I don't think that's probably the best thing to do here today, because I could just chuck flaming pieces of Christmas pudding everywhere. That would be absolutely hilarious. There's a woodworking shop next door. I don't want to burn the building down, so we're not going to do that today. All we're going to do is we're going to just pop her under the power hammer and give her a good squeeze. It smells like Christmas. Whether or not it looks like Christmas, I don't know. But that's the next thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to get set up and I'll see you in a minute. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Christmas pudding, Christmas pudding, Christmas pudding. I mean, that's a good 3 meters away, but it gets better. Had Christmas pudding, Christmas pudding, Christmas pudding. I knew it would go in here. I should have shut the door, I think. I wonder how far it went. Last time with the cabbage, we got it all the way over there. Yes! Focus. Please focus. Christmas pudding. That is at least 16 meters. There's a Massey over there. That's Christmas pudding over here. It's brilliant, that. Woo! You're a messy eater, love. So thank you for joining me for this episode. Trust me, I'm a blacksmith. The potential power hammer, donut, Christmas wreath, whatever you want to call it. I just wanted to do it mostly because I enjoy making them. I think it's good fun doing that. I was a bit rusty and I didn't do it quite as well as I should have. I apologise. But I had fun making it, that's for sure, and it looks really nice. I really like the contrast you can get between the two, you know, the machined, forged, the machine finished, and then the forged contrast. I want to work out what I can do with these. So in the comments down below, let me know what you think these could become, like sculptural wise, or sort of, I don't know, think of something, what they might be able to become, and drop that in the comments. That is pretty much the video, I guess. I'd just like to say quickly thank you. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. Thank you for supporting the channel by watching the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing. If it wasn't for you guys watching the videos, there's no point making them. And yeah, I just want you to understand how much I appreciate the fact that I'm here doing this for you guys. You're watching, you're giving me feedback, you're supporting me. You guys are buying stuff, you're watching you're helping by being Patreons, which is a great way to support the channel, by the way. It helps pay for projects, it helps pays for running of the workshop and stuff like that. So it's, you know, thank you to everyone and anyone who has had anything to do with the channel, if that's leaving a like, chucking up a comment, becoming a Patreon, buying something, feedback, information, sending me emails, everything. Anyone, I really try to reply. Well, I read all the comments, at least anyway. I try to reply to the ones that I think need replying to, i.e. you've asked for something, you've asked a question. I really do try to get those ones done. I'm sorry I'm not replying to comments as like I used to. I'm replying to as many emails as I can. I get quite a few at the minute, and Instagram as well. I'm trying to do all that stuff. But keep them coming. If you want to get in touch with me, let me know. You can do it through the Instagram link in the description. You can do it via my email, via the website link in the description. You can do that sort of stuff anyway. Yeah, definitely try and get in contact with me if you want to know something, if you want to get your hands on something, if you want to ask me a question, do that for sure. So thank you for joining me, guys. Have a very merry, happy Christmas. So thank you for joining me for this video. I've got loads of stuff coming in the new year. We've got collaborations, we've got mad big builds. We shall have the 400 subscriber challenge where I'm going to make one of these. This is definitely next year because we haven't had 4,000 subscribers yet. What else have we got coming up? We've got the books coming up, the Blacksmith Bibles, working through the Blacksmith Bible, so there's going to be loads of great meaty stuff to get into next year. There's going to be some engineering, worldy, fabby stuff, really cool stuff, hopefully some really cool stuff that we're going to use cordless angle grinder to make something super special. And that's about everything. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you are a subscriber, remember to ring that bell for notifications. I make videos as often as possible, and if you do ring that bell for notifications, it'll tell you every time I do make a video. Chuck your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of the Christmas pudding. Hopefully I can get some slow enough footage to show you that Christmas pudding coming out of there absolutely epically. It's Christmas Eve. Thank you for joining me. Have a very Merry Christmas. I will leave a video up here for something Christmassy, such as the bell I made the other day. I'll chuck something here. And the knife that I made. Here will be a link to my Patreon, and this is my subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye, guys.